Hello everybody, my name is Eric D. Johnson, also known as BrightShine. I live right here in the city of Memphis in the county of Shelbyville in the state of Tennessee. Today you think it's early Sunday morning, December the 3rd, 2017, time 4:04 a.m. First say thank you to all my fans, my support for your continued encouragement, support of continuing to keep myself employed right here in this Memphis tri-state area. I'll continue to further my education, Monroe College Online, pursuing my social degree, studying business administration, concentration, marketing. What I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna do my Instagram. Hello everybody, my name is Eric D. Johnson, also known as BrightShine. I live right here in the city of Memphis in the county of Shelbyville in the state of Tennessee. Today is December, early Sunday morning, December the 3rd, 2017, time 4:05 a.m. First say thank you to all my fans, my support for your continued encouragement and support. I want to first give thanks to God for all the blessings and the guidance that He provides us with, and What we're gonna do right now, we're gonna do my periscope. Hello everybody, my name is Eric D. Johnson, also known as BrightShine, right here in the city of Memphis and the county sheriff in the state of Tennessee. Today's date is early Sunday morning, December 3rd, 2017, time 4:12 a.m. First, I thank all my fans, my support, for your continued encouragement and support. Now, I want to always first give thanks to God for all the blessings and the guidance that He provides us with, and we're gonna continue to go over the definition of some very important words in the Merriam-Webster's third new international dictionary on the bridge with 7 language dictionary, and also the compact Oxford English dictionary. Now, if while I'm doing a video, if I don't have enough time to go to the Bible like I always like to do, and expose Saul from Tarsus, the self-proclaimed Apostle Paul, for being a liar, being a thief and a murderer, and on this earth walking around being a devil, lying about his conversion. Because as you know, in the book of Acts chapter 9, it tells about Saul being converted by Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. Excuse me. The Son of God. And then in Acts chapter 22, he lied. When he tells about his conversion, he lied about his conversion. So he really wasn't converted. He lied. He never did repent, because he never repented. That's the reason why he never repented. He lied. And in Acts chapter 26, he tells lies to King Agrippa about being converted. And again, he never repented. And as you know, in the Bible, when you read the Holy Bible, there's the devil, the one that never repents. And so when you read about Saul from Tarsus, the self-proclaimed Apostle Paul, who was supposedly converted in Acts chapter 9, he never repented. He never repented. Now, there are 3 places in the Holy Bible that talks about being a Christian. It's a lie. Acts chapter 11, verse 26, claiming that the disciples were first called Christians at Antioch. We know that's a lie, because of Acts chapter 15, the meeting in Acts chapter 15. We know that in Acts chapter 26, verse 28, King Agrippa stated that he was almost persuaded to be a Christian. We know that's a lie. Excuse me. And also, the 3rd place in the Holy Bible that talks about being a Christian, which is a lie. The Apostle Peter did not tell anybody to be a Christian. He knew, he was aware that there were those who were being dishonest. There were those who were being dishonest, who were lying. And the Apostle Peter provided grace, compassion, mercy. When he said, the Apostle Peter in 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 16, sure, talks about if any man suffer as a Christian. The Apostle Peter was not telling you to be a Christian. He was aware that there were those who were lying. All those that followed Jesus Christ, disciples, all those that followed Jesus Christ, the disciples. Now also, the Apostle Peter in 2 Peter chapter 3, verses 15 through 18, talks about Saul from Tarsus, self-proclaimed Apostle Paul, writing all those epistles. there again, the Apostle Peter was he was letting everybody know that he was aware, and the church was aware of Saul from Tarsus, the self-proclaimed Apostle Paul, doing all this writing, all these epistles, lying. They all lies. Now, also, all these man-made churches, the Catholic Church, the Church of Christ, Lutheran Church, Baptist Church, Episcopalian Church, Presbyterian Church, Jehovah's Witnesses Church, Amish Church. Now all these man-made organizations, churches, religions. In the book of Romans, chapter 16, verse 16, salute one another with an holy kiss. The church, with the suffix es, churches of Christ salute you. And also, 2 Thessalonians chapter 1 verse 4, so that we ourselves glory in you in the church, with the suffix es, churches of God, for your patience and faith in all your persecutions and tribulations that ye endure. So like I said, so we're going to move forward. And as you know, African traditional religion is being taught in institutions of higher learning, meaning colleges and universities in sub-Saharan Africa. You can earn a bachelor's degree. You can earn a PhD studying African traditional religion. One of the books we're going to continue to read from, referred to as titled West African Traditional Religion, written by Dr. Joseph Omaseni Valelu, Dr. P. Andalumo de Pebu. Another book we're going to continue to read from, referred to as titled African Traditional Religion and Definition, written by Dr. E. Baloja Adowu. Another book we're going to continue to read from, referred to as titled African Religions and Philosophy, written by Dr. John S. M. Beatty. Another book we're going to continue to read from, referred to as titled Concepts of God in Africa, written by Dr. John S. M. Beatty. And also, while we was talking about the Bible, the Holy Bible, like on my previous videos, when we was reading the Bible, we was going over the scriptures. And there are many non-speaking viewers and listeners You can go to BibleStudyTools.com. You can also go to BibleGateway.com, and you can go to the Book of Acts, and you can follow along. And now, as you know, there are many governments around the world that enact laws that are intended to make each and every one of us safe from organized crime and crime in general. And the United States government passed a law, the Organized Crime Control Act of 1970. And Title 9 of the Organized Crime Control Act of 1970 is the Racketeering Influence and Corrupt Organizations Act. The RICO Act is anti-gang. Also, and also the Comprehensive Drug Abuse Prevention and Control Act of 1970, the Controlled Substance Act, the Psychotropic Substances Act, the Continuing Criminal Enterprise Statute, the Kingpin Statute. Is all anti-gang. And also, the Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention Act of 1974 established the Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention, plus other related legislation. Is anti-gang. And also the Comprehensive Anti-Gang Initiative, Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention, and Comprehensive Gang Model, Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention, Bureau of Justice Assistance, the Office of Justice Program, and the United States Department of Justice. You can go to youth.gov, be informed about the Comprehensive Anti-Gang Initiative, as well as the Comprehensive Gang Model, and also the Office of Justice Program, the Bureau of Justice Assistance, United States Department of Justice, Comprehensive Anti-Gang Initiative, and Project Safe Neighborhoods. The United States Department of Justice, Office of Community-Oriented Policing Services, Comprehensive Anti-Gang Initiative, the Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention, United States Department of Justice, Office of Justice Program, Bureau of Justice Assistance, the International Narcotics and Law Enforcement Affairs, United States Department of State, Institute for Intergovernmental Affairs, Gang Resistance Education Training, the GREAT Program. The United States Department of Justice, Office of Justice Program, Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention, October 2009, the National Youth Gang Center, which had been funded by the Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention since 1995, merged with the National Gang Center, which had been funded by the Bureau of Justice Assistance since 2003. National Gang Center, compilation of state laws against gangs. You can go to the National Gang Center website and you'll be informed about the state laws against gangs. Gang Prevention, overview of research and program, Mr. James C. Howe, the Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention, and the United States Department of Justice, Bureau of Justice Assistance, Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention, National Gang Center Bulletin, title, History of Street Gangs in the United States. And also, when you read the bulletin, there are books in the bulletin. Read the books in the bulletin. And also, you can go to Wikipedia and you can find the same information. And the title of that information is Gangs in the United States. And also, United States Department of Justice, Office of the United States Attorney Manual 1457, Criminal Street Gangs Statute 18, United States Code 521. United States Department of Justice, Federal Bureau of Investigation, National Gang Intelligence Center, United States Department of Justice, Organized Crime and Gang Section, other federal, state, and local agencies. And United States Department of Justice, Office of Justice Program, National Institute of Justice, Anti-Gang Strategies, Prevention, Intervention, Assessment, and Suppression. United States Department of Justice, Office of Justice Program, National Institute of Justice, United States Department of Health and Human Services, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, National Center for Injury Prevention and Control, changing course, preventing gang membership, and also striving to reduce youth violence everywhere. The United States Department of Justice, United States Department of Education, United States Department of Health and Human Services, United States Department of Housing and Urban Development, United States Department of Labor, and the White House Office of National Drug Control Policy and National Forum on Youth Violence Prevention. You can go to youth.gov and be informed about the National Forum on Youth Violence Prevention. And also the United States Department of Justice, Bureau of Justice Assistance, National Crime Prevention Council, keeping kids out of gangs. And also anti-hazing. You can go to lawyers.com and be informed about anti-hazing. And also coercion, coerce, sexual coercion, psychological coercion, psychological manipulation, psychological abuse, and also coercion, coerce, sexual coercion, psychological coercion, psychological manipulation, and psychological abuse. Now, we're going to go to the dictionary. And now I have in my possession a Merriam-Webster dictionary. And copyright 2004. Now I have in my possession a Merriam-Webster thesaurus. Copyright 2005. I also have in my possession an Oxford paperback dictionary and thesaurus. First edition 2001, second edition 2007, third edition 2009. I also have in my possession a pocket Oxford American Dictionary thesaurus. First edition 2002. second edition 2006, third edition 2010. Now, let's go to the dictionary. Now, as you know, this copyright 1986. 1986. And also, you know, while we on Periscope and be on Facebook, you know, people can join, you know, as you know, Periscope is international, worldwide. And so I be seeing, you know, the people that join. And also on Facebook, you know, when you be on Facebook, it notifies you that people be joining. And when you be on Periscope, you know, you get notified that people are joining in. So I'm always, I notice that people join and things of this nature. And I appreciate it. Like I said, I thank all my fans, my supporters. And we're going to continue. Now, as you know, this dictionary, you know, there's a lot of education. When you know, people with a lot of education contributed to this dictionary, as you know, and from the editor-in-chief, associate editors, assistant editors, editorial staff, the editorial assistants. Then you have your secretarial and clerical assistants, your outside consultants. And all these people have bachelor degree, master degree, PhDs. You understand? So this first word we're gonna go to the definition of gang. Gang. Now I do have in my possession I do have my magnifying glass. Now I bought this one from on Amazon.com for about $6 and paid $3 for shipping. Now this magnifying glass, it came with my compact Oxford English dictionary. So let's go to the word gang. Okay, gang. Middle English from Old English, a king, to Old High German. Gang, act of going. And passage, course, journey, also gate. Okay, God, gang, street. Okay, number one, the very first definition of the word gang. The act, manner, or means of going. The passage, course, journey, also gate. Number two, A, dialect chiefly British. Number one, passage, way, road, lane. Number two, A, pasturage for cattle. B, chiefly Scottish, journey, especially one undertaken to perform an errand. C, chiefly Scottish, the amount as of wood, water, or peat. They can be carried at one time or in one trip. Number three, A, one, a set or full complement of articles, outfit. A gang of oars, as you know, when you know that gang means the act, manner, and means of going. When you say gang saw, that's an invention. A gang of saws, or to produce in one operation or as in one unit. A gang of printing plates, printing several jobs on a single sheet. B, a number of individuals making up a group as one. A group of persons working under the same direction or at the same task. Migrants laboring in gangs in the woods, mines, and fields. American Guide series, Washington. Gangs of expert bottomers. Number two, a company of criminals. A gang of desperate banditti. Tobias, okay. squealed on the other members of the gang. Number 3, an elementary and close-knit social group of spontaneous origin, such a unit composed of antisocial adolescents. Teenage gangs. Number 4, a group of persons acting in accord who are believed to engage in improper acts or to be influenced by self-seeking, corrupt, or unworthy motives. Made captive by the gangs which seize power. Denounced the musical gangs then in power. A political gang dragged out the racial issue to divert attention from itself. Number 5, a group of congenial persons having close and informal social relations. A group of persons drawn together by a community of tastes, interests, or activity. One of a gang that call one another great. Invite the gang plus some pretty girls. Where's the gang going tonight? The gang in the office. Number 6, a flock or herd of animals. A gang of little chickens. Okay, gang number 2. Gang number 2. As you know, gang number 1 is a noun. Now, gang number 2 is a verb. Number 1, to attack a person as a gang. Young hoodlums always gang you. Try to gang him and take it away from him. Number 2, to assemble or operate mechanical or electronic parts simultaneously as a group. Circuits ganged together by gears. Number B, to arrange in or produce as a gang, as type pages or print sheets, often used with up. To form a group or gang. Keep company, go, travel, empty-headed, idle-handed with those who gang together with those kids on the next block, often used with up. The boys would gang up around a corner drugstore. Now, gang number 3. Middle English, ganging, to go, walk. From Old English, gang, akin to Old High German, gang, to go. Old Norse, gang, got, gang, to go. Old English, gang. And also, I know I usually, I've been recently on my videos, I've been showing the map of East European. Before I end my video today, I'm gonna make sure I go to the map, because that's just as important, because we know that the East Europeans, they were not involved, they did not participate in the East African, West African slave trade. So I want to make sure on my video that we acknowledge and recognize the fact that the East Europeans were not involved, they did not participate in the East African, West African slave trade, and that the Germans and the Latins, when we be saying all this gang, which is German, and all this goon, that's English, boss, that's Dutch, all this, the abbreviation mob, that's Latin. We identify, we being specific, the Germans and the Latins. And so, like I said, we're going to get back to the dictionary, but before I end my video, we're going to definitely acknowledge and recognize with the map that the East Europeans were not involved, they did not participate in the East African, West African slave trade. Now, okay, so gang number 3. Middle English, gang, to go, walk. From Old English, Gang gang, a king to Old High German, gang gang to go. Old Norse, gang gang, got. Gang gang to go. Old English, gang. And I wrote it down last week. Let me see something. I got it right there. So we know that Merriam-Webster's third new international dictionary unabridged with 7-language dictionary, it educates and informs us that the definition, the very first definition of game, it means the act, manner, or means of going. That's what the word game means. That's what the word game means. So all the little girls, little boys on the south side of Chicago, Illinois, the west side of Chicago, Illinois, east side, north side, the whole state of Illinois, as well as surrounding states, all the little girls, little boys on the east coast, all the little girls and boys, Los Angeles, California. The word game means Webster's third new international dictionary with 7-language dictionary unabridged. The act, manner, or means of going. That's what the way. So ain't no such thing as no game plus stir. That's not the way you behave. That's not the way you conduct yourself. It's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. Now let's go to gangster. Okay, we on gangster. Alright. Gang plus stir. Stir, S-T-E-R, the suffix stir. A member of a gang of criminals, gunmen, thug, also a person who uses violence, intimidation, or other extra-legal means of coercion for business ends. Racketeer, a gangster in some kind of syndicate that controls stores and nightclubs. Name one gangster as the real boss of the city. Now, do everybody notice how some of those are? When I be reading the definition in this Webster's third new international dictionary unabridged with 7-language dictionary, when I be reading the example sentences, now like I said in the compact Oxford English dictionary, it's different. It's different. It's English. And as you know, English is German. So, now, I'm reading. You understand? It's a difference. Okay? So that's gangster. Now let's go to mob and stir. Okay, we on mob. Okay, mob number 1. Origin unknown. It's a noun. Undress. Disavow number 2. A woman's cap. A mob cap. The mob number 2 is a verb. Mobbed, mobbing, mobs. Number 1. Back formation. From mobile. To muffle the head of ass in a hood. Number 2. To dress oneself negligently. To go to an unfashionable place disguised or so dressed as to avoid recognition. Okay, that was mob number 2. That was a verb. Now let's go to mob number 3. It's a noun and it's short for mobile. Number 1, the lower classes of a community, the populace, or the lower part of it. Masses, the use of superstition for the purpose of policing. The mob, political spellbinding to the mob. Oh, wait a minute. Political spellbinding to appeal to the mob mind. Excuse me. 2A, a large and disorderly collection of people tending to acts of violence. Windows smashed and police beaten by the angry mob. A fear of mob rule. B, obscure. People in a large disorderly group. Used without an article. The lane was full of mob and the house so full we could not get in. Number 3, chiefly Australian. A flock, drove, or herd of animals. Number 4, a criminal set or organization as of pickpockets or gangsters. Gang. B, clique, set, synonym. C, crowd. Now, mob number 4. It's a verb. Mob. mobbing mobs. Number one, A. To crowd about and attack or annoy. Mob by autograph hunters before he could enter the theater. Attack in a mob. A crowd tried to mob him and he ran for safety into the superintendent's office. B. To crowd into or around bargain hunters that mob the stores on sale days. Number two, dialect English. To rail at, scold, abuse. Number three, to hunt as a fox in such a way as to allow the quarry no chance to escape as by surrounding it. To form a disorderly mob, crowd, or riot in a mob. The waiting newsman mobbed forward. Mob, abbreviation number one. Mobile, mobilization, mobilize. Okay, so mobile. Okay, mobile number one. Then you got mobile number two. Then you got mobile number three. Then you got mobile number four. That's Mobile, Alabama. Mobile. Look, we're not gonna get into no dispute. All right, we on mobile number one. Okay, middle is an adjective. Pronunciation of mobile and mobile. Script. Sometimes okay, Middle French from Latin, mobilis. Latin, mobilis. Latin, movere. To move, plus abilis, more and move. Number one, capable of moving or being moved from one place to another. Movable as a, capable of moving or being moved about readily. Globular proteins that are mobile and rod-shaped proteins that form solid structure. The tongue is clearly the most mobile articulator. G.A. Miller. Okay. Specific, characterized by an extreme degree of fluidity. Ether and mercury are mobile liquids. Comparative distance. B. Organized and equipped for ready movement as by truck or air transport. Mobile fighting forces, mobile television units for on-the-spot reporting. C. Free for use or service anywhere, not restricted or committed. Mobile dollars to be used where they can best advance the welfare of the whole institution. Mobile labor could be sent anywhere in England. D. Designed as a vehicle or mounted on a vehicle or easily placed on or in a vehicle as a trailer or truck. Mobile loudspeakers carrying the campaign speeches into the streets. A mobile missile launch. Mobile home. Number two, capable of or tending to change. Changeable as a, changing readily in appearance and expression under the influence of mind or feeling. His mobile face mirrors every feeling from bitter sadness to ecstasy. B. Easily swayed in feeling, purpose, or direction. A mind adventurously flexible but not frivolously mobile. C. Marked by ready adaptability. Industrial resources so mobile that they could be quickly switched from producing for export to producing for home demand, alert, and flexible in the use of resources, a mobile imagination, an organization mobile enough to cope with any emergency. Number 3, characterized by frequent or continuous movement. The wind in mobile grasses, specifically tending to travel or migrate from place to place. We began as explorers, empire builders, pilgrims, and refugees, and we are still today the most mobile people on the face of the earth. The Indians of the Great Plains were mobile bison hunters. Number 4, characterized by the mixing of social groups. The general confusion and moral standards which characterizes society, affording the opportunity for a shift in social status. American society, though highly mobile, is not classless. B, having the opportunity for or undergoing a shift in status within the hierarchical social levels of a society, in which women are more mobile than men, born of upward mobile middle class parents. Number 5, marked by the use of vehicles for transportation, mobile defense, mobile warfare, took to their card for a mobile holiday. Number 6, relating to or having the characteristic of a mobile. Okay, number 2, mobile number 2. It's pretty much saying the same definition of, number 2. Something that, okay, I'm going to read the first definition. Something that occasions movement or action. A movable or moving body. Okay. Then you got mobile number 3. Mobile number 3. It's a noun. Latin, mobile vocus. Changeable crowd, the movable common people. Then we get to mobile number 4. Adjective. Use the count. Mobile, Alabama. Of or from the city of Mobile, Alabama. Okay, so, okay, we wrote that down. Got that wrote down. Okay. Now, as you know, this is from Webster's Third New International Dictionary, unabridged with 7-language dictionary. Mobile. Now, as you know, there's a syllable break for everybody. So when we going over the definition, when you say mo and bow, there's a syllable break. That's the reason why I rewrote it, so we can continue to go over. There's a syllable break. Mo and bow. Then you say mob. Number one is mobile. It's an abbreviation of mobile. Mobilization, mobilize. And so the definition of mobile, capable of moving or being moved from one place to another. Movable as. That's the very first definition. That's what the word mob, the mobile, means. Okay. Now let's go to mobster. Okay, let's go to mobster. Mobster. Okay, mobster. It's a noun. Mob plus stir. S-T-E-R. A member of a criminal gang. That's what it means. Alright. Okay, let's get this stir. Stir. Okay. Stir. S-T-E-R. A person or thing associated with an activity or quality. Old English. Estre. E-S-T-R-E-I-S-T-R-E, etc. Early examples refer to a woman engaged in an occupation such as brewster, maltster, or spinster. This last originated a woman who spins. The ending was the feminine equivalent of words ending in E-R-E, which later became E-R-C-E-R. It has long been extended to activities undertaken by men such as chorister or teamster. Words in which it refers to a characteristic of the person include youngster in the U.S. derived oldster, as well as hipster, a person who is hip, who follows the latest trends and fashions. Less often, the ending refers to objects. Roadster being a rare example. It often has a derogatory sense. Tipster, rhymester, prankster. Many of these are more common in the U.S. than Britain. Gamester, gangster, hookster, jokester, mobster, punster, trickster. Such terms continue to be formed, again, most frequently in the U.S. Popster, hypester, soulster, and scamster. Master comes from Old English master, but derives from Latin magister. See also meister. Others that derive from Latin words with the same ending include minister and barrister, formed from bar, in imitation of minister, as do nouns ending in aster, such as poester, and words such as boaster, jester, broadcaster, and protester. The suffix is er. Number one, CER number one, on a stem ending in ST. So let's go to the S. Turn right quick. ER. As you know, there are many ERs. It's like 4, but it did say refer to ER number 1. So what we're gonna do is, man, it's time won't, it's too long. Refer to ER number 1. Like the instruction gave, it said refer to ER number 1. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to the other Merriam-Webster, the S through Z. And then we're gonna come back and we're gonna stay on this fraternity and this sorority mess. And like I said, I bought my dictionaries from Amazon.com. Now, the A through G and the H through R, the copyright 1986. Copyright 1986. Now, when I ordered the S through Z, they sent me the S through Z, and it's still the Merriam-Webster's 3rd New International Dictionary with the copyright and with the 7th language dictionary unabridged. But they sent me the 1976 copyright 1976, but it's still the same. Still the same. So like I said, it shows you that the copyright in 1976. Okay. Stir. S-T-E-R. Following a voice consonant, as in mobster. It's a noun suffix. Middle English. Stir. Stir, S-T-E-R-E. And Ester, E-S-T-E-R-E. From Old English. Estry, E-S-T-R-E. Is a female agent, akin to Middle Dutch. Stir. Number one. One that does or handles or operates. Spinster, tapster, teamster. Number two. One that makes or uses. Songster, punster. Number three. One that is associated with or participates in. Gangster, gangster. So that's what the stir on the end means. So there's no such thing as no mob stir. No such thing. There's no such thing as no gangster. No such thing. Now let's go to this. Since we in the S already, let's go to sorority. So, okay, sorority. From Middle Latin, sororitas. From Latin, sorrow. From Latin, sorrow. It means sister. Plus itis, id. More is number one, sisterhood. Number two, a societal club of girls or women, as in college. Compare fraternity. Soror means sister. Now sorority is something that's put together. Because when you look for soror, They use the same word, sorrow. They use the same word. They use sorrow to make sororo, sororate, sororio, sororicide, sorority, sororize. So that's the word sorrow. And when you see sorrow in this dictionary, there's no syllable break. In sorrow, it's S-O-R-O-R. Every time I see sorrow, S-O-R-O, there's no syllable break. There's no the pronunciation. Sorrow, sister. That's what it means, Latin, sister. That's what it means. So you know they lying when you talk about the sorority. And when you say soror, it means sister. So they lying. And the reason why they lying, when they make up all their Greek letters, they lying. When they all that hand sign, lying. When they do all that stepping, lying. Like that's what it means. The word soror is Latin. It means sister. That's all it means, sister. That's what it means. All that junk you make up at the colleges and the university, historical black college and university, they lying. The sorority is lying. They lying. Now let's go to fraternity. Fraternity. Okay. Now, fraternity. Now, as you know, it comes from frat, frat, and ter. And then you have fraternal, Middle English from Middle Latin, fraternalis, from Latin fraternus, from frater plus alice, al. Number one, I'm reading fraternal. Related to or involving brothers trying to improve the fraternal relationship between the two boys, even though their father did not care B, relating to or being a fraternity or confederation. Meaning C, relating to or being one of many men's or sometimes women's clubs or associations, usually having secret rights, restricted membership in religious, social, charitable, or professional purposes. 2, twins, derived from 2 ovum. That's a zygote. Number 3, friendly brothers, so we should have nations instead of one organized interest. Okay. Now, fraternity. Fraternitate, fraternitas, fraternus plus itate, itis, itis. Number 1, a group of people associate or formally organized for a common purpose, interest, or pleasure as a religious or ecclesiastical brotherhood. B, a usually organized group of men of the same class, occupation, interest, or pursuit, company, guild, fraternal order. C, a national or local men's student organization formed chiefly for social purposes, having secret rights and a name consisting of usually 3 Greek letters. Also, an organization of alumni who were members of such an organization. D, a student organization for scholastic, professional, or extracurricular activities, especially national honorary organization including students and alumni, honorary fraternity, debating fraternity. Number 2, A, the quality or state of being a brother or being brothers, the relationship of a brother or of brothers. B, the quality or state of being brotherly or very friendly, brotherliness. C, a brotherly commonness as of occupation, men with a fraternity of interest. Number 3, men of the same class, profession, occupation, character, or taste. The legal fraternity, the racetrack fraternity, the despised fraternity of armchair historians. Number 4, A, the entire progeny of a single maiden. B, a group of siblings. That's what it means. It means brother. That's all it means. Then when you break down fraternity, then you break down fraternal, then you have frater. Then you break frater down, then you have fra. F-R-A. Now, then you got Now, when you say fraternity, you say frat. In the dictionary, it says more than frat, F-R-A, but it means brother. That's what it means. It means brother. Then you say frater. You understand? Means, so you get fraternity. Now, the F-R-A, I put that there so everybody will see. That's what the dictionary tells me. It says more F-R-A, but it means brother. Frat-T. Then frater, brother. Now let's go to the Compact Oxford English Dictionary. Now later on we're going to come back to the F-R-A. We're going to come back to the F-R-A. That's what it means for everybody. The F-R-A. So you won't have to even worry about it. That's what F-R-A means. It's Latin. Frat. It means brother. So again, everybody that's listening, when you see that F-R-A, I'm looking at F-R-A right here in the dictionary. F-R-A, it means brother. The F-R-A by itself, F-R-A, freight, it means brother. Let me add that because it got a that's what it means. Copyright 1971. Copyright 1971. No excuse. So let's regain the Oxford Compact Oxford English Dictionary. Gang. Gong. Okay. See also gong and Old English, gang. Gong. Gong. Dutch, gang. Old High German, gang. Middle High German, gang. Old Norse, Old Norse. Gang Goth, gang. Old Teutonic. Gongo, noun of action related to. Gang gang. To go, the cognate Old Norse, ganga. Weak feminine, walking, course. Plural, a passage, lobby, from which some of the English senses may possibly derive. Okay, number one, the very first definition for gang, number one. Action or mode of going, way, passage. Now, the English example sentences, I can't read. I need an interpreter. I need an interpreter. Number two, the power of going, ability to walk about. B, manner of going, gait or carriage. C, the act of walking. D, currency of money, Old Norse, gang. Okay, number three, gang number three, a journey. A journey, sometimes with definition of extent. B, a traveling or resorting. Number four, a way, road, or passage. B, the course of a stream. C, a walk or pasture for cattle. Number five, a step or rung of a ladder. Number six, a turn or spell at any work or exercise. Number seven, the quantity or amount usually carried at one time. The Old English gang pretty appears in later English. Number two, a set of things. A set of things or persons. 8. A set of articles such as are usually taken together. See, that's the reason why you need to read a dictionary. See, that's the very reason why you need to read a dictionary. It just told you. See, that's the very reason. It just said. The Old English gang. Gong. Privy. Appears in later English only as gong. Then you hear number 8. But at first it says number 2. So definition number 1, we just read all the definition for definition number 1, and it all goes back to an act or mode of going. So now we in definition number 2. We in definition number 2. And that's when it tells you about a set of things or persons. See, that's the very reason why you need to read the dictionary. So now we in number 2, definition number 2, number 8. A set of articles such as are usually taken together. B, a set of tools or implements so arranged as to work simultaneously. Number 9, a company or workman. B, a company of slaves or prisoners. Number 10, any band or company of persons who go about together or set in concert, chiefly in a bad or depreciatory sense, in a mode usually mainly associated with criminal societies. B, to be of a gang, to belong to the same society, to have the same interests. Number 11, U.S., a collection or a herd of animals of the same species, especially of elk or buffalo, also a pack of dogs. Number 3, implements, work, and sets. Okay, gang. Then you have gang as a verb. Number 8, number 1, gone gang. Okay, number 1, to walk or go. Okay, gang, verb number 2. To arrange in a gang, also to gang out, to arrange in company. Number 2 is to gang in, to come in a gang. As you know, gangster is not in this dictionary. Gang plus stir is not in this dictionary. But there again, I want to repeat, that's the very reason why it's so important for you to read the dictionary. Because when we read gang definition number 1, that's the definition of the word gang. Action or mode of going, way, passage. But then you come over here number 2, it tells you the old English gang, gung, privy appears in later English only as gone. Number 2, a set of things or persons that came later. So, The Oxford English Dictionary. Number 1, gang. Gang. Action or mode of going. Way, passage. Number 2, a set of things or persons. Now let's go to mob. Like I said, gangster is not in here. Let's go to mob. See, that's the very reason why all that horse playing, talking about some saying something like talking about some African Americans on the East Coast, leaving the East Coast and coming around the city of Memphis, the state of Tennessee, Arkansas, Mississippi, Colorado, Nebraska, coming around African Americans in Texas, coming around African Americans in Nevada, coming around African Americans in Illinois, talking about you from the East Coast. That's the very reason why I need some hand grenades. I need some rifles with scopes on them. Because you horse playing and talking about some Los Angeles, California. Ain't nobody in no Los Angeles, California got no business running their mouth saying anything. Okay, mob. Okay, it says mob is an abbreviation. Abbreviation of mobile. Okay. Number 1, the disorderly and riotous part of the population, the roughs, the rabble, an assemblage of the rabble, a tumultuous crowd bent on or liable to be incited to acts of lawlessness and outrage. Number 2, the common mass of people, the lower orders, the uncultured or illiterate as a class, the populace, the masses. Disorder or lower class people forming a crowd. Number 4, a promiscuous assemblage of people, a multitude or aggregation of persons regarded as not individually important. An Australian use without disparaging implication, a crowd. B, a heterogeneous collection or crowd of things. C, original Australian, a flock or drove of animals. D, Shetland dialect, a school of Wales. 5. Slang, a company or gang of thieves or pickpockets working in collusion. Also a member of such a company, okay? Okay, number seven. Mob courtship. Okay. Okay. Okay, we on mob number two. Okay, it's a mob cap. Number one, a strumpet. Number two, a negligee. Attire, a disavow. Number three, mob cap. Okay, mob is a verb. Number one, to muffle the head of a person, to dress untidily. Okay, number two, to mob, to go. A mob to go in disguise or attire so as to escape recognition to the unfashionable part of a theater. Mob is a verb, okay, to attack in a mob of disorderly crowd. B, to force a person into an action, drive him from a place by mobbing him. Number two, to form a mob, to congregate in a mob or disorderly crowd. Number three, to mix up with a mob. Number four, to abuse, scold, rail, and okay. So let me go back over here to number one. It says an abbreviation. So it said mob. Number one is an abbreviation of mobile. So let's go to mobile. Okay. Okay, mobile. First, grand, great, principal, mobile. Anglicized form of primo mobile. Alright. Okay, number one. Capable of movement, movable, not fixed or stationary. That's what it means. B, of a limb and organ of the body, movable, not fixed. C, of a liquid that has its particles capable of free movement. D, of a cell molecule capable of separate movement, free, not adding or fixed. E, mobile spasms. Number two, characterized by facility of movement. A, of features. B, of a person, his mind. C, rarely of a visible object constantly in motion. So that's what mobile means. That's what it means. Mobile. Capable of movement, movable, not fixed or stationary. So, as you know, stir not in, mob, stir. So what we're going to do, we're going to go to fraternity. Now in this dictionary, it don't break the FRA, because that's what I was looking for, the FRA. Now it still say that the frat T, it means brother, and frater still means brother. and I was gonna go to sorority. we get ready to end today's video. And like I said, didn't have time to show the map, the East European, but basically East European speaking people, nation. In my previous videos, they were not involved. They did not participate in the East African or West African slave trade. And so today, I'm going to get ready to end today's video. Again, my name is Eric D. Johnson, also known by BrightShine. I live right here in the city of Memphis, in the county sheriff, in the state of Tennessee. I thank all my fans, my support, for your continued encouragement and support. And always put God first. And till next time, take care of yourself. Wish each and every one of you very best.